Hey everyone, Merry Christmas or Happy New Year, depending on when I upload this video. But I just got done watching The Matrix Resurrections on HBO Max. I did not go to the theaters to see this one because of all of the negative reviews I keep hearing about. Just about almost everyone is trashing this movie. I've seen about maybe 3 reviewers said they fell asleep during this movie. But as a fan of the trilogy, I still had to watch this movie for myself. I'm more so of a fan of the first one over the other two. But, collectively, as a trilogy, I did enjoy them all, including the Animatrix. So after watching The Matrix Resurrections tonight, I gotta be honest with you guys, I actually liked it. I did notice the issues that other people had with this movie, such as maybe the lack of cool action or some of the special effects not being up to par by today's standards, or maybe some weird choices with some of the frame rate they did in certain scenes, but not none of that stuff really bothered me that much, because I guess I was just so wrapped up and so intrigued in Neo's purpose in this film, because after they free Neo from the Matrix again, his purpose is wanting to free Trinity as well, and I guess I just wanted to see how exactly he was going to do that. But they do introduce some new characters, such as this character called Bugs, played by Jessica Henwick. You might have noticed her from the trailers. She's the girl with the blue hair, and she sort of helps Thomas Anderson, or Neo, regain his memory and try to remind him who he used to be, along with Yahya Abdul-Mateen, who plays Morpheus, who also helps Neo regain his memory. So I've heard people say they were confused on how this new Morpheus is Morpheus, but not exactly Morpheus. It's explained in the movie. They do something really cool with that character. And as for Bugs, she was great as this new captain of her own ship with this really interesting crew of characters and just bizarre looking non-human characters, which was something new and a surprise to see in a Matrix movie. But yeah, Jessica Henwick, she is now my new celebrity crush. That girl is beautiful. But anyways, going back to Keanu Reeves as Neo, for the first 30 minutes to an hour, I would say his acting seemed a bit weird to me, but that's because of the whole meta stuff that they that they introduced in this movie. Yeah, basically any reviews you've heard about this movie being meta, it's true. This movie is meta as hell, and it's unapologetic. But yeah, I thought his acting for the first hour was kind of weird with the whole meta stuff, but when they free him from the Matrix, he becomes the Neo that I'm more familiar with from the previous movies. And of course, Carrie-Anne Moss is back as Trinity. They do introduce some really great ideas with her and Neo. Jonathan Groff plays Agent Smith, or I should say a reprogrammed version of Agent Smith. In other words, he's a brand new Agent Smith with traces of the old Agent Smith, if that makes any sense. You'll have to watch the movie to see what I'm talking about. Neil Patrick Harris, who you might have seen in I think either first or second trailer, who plays Neo's therapist. There's a really great reveal with his character, and I think he's called the Analyst. Yeah, his character is called the Analyst. There's a really awesome reveal with his character, and it's something they have not quite done before in any of the other Matrix movies. I thought it was really awesome what they did. Going through the list here, Toby. Okay, so this is going to be a really tough name for me to pronounce, but he is seen in the beginning of the movie along with Bugs, and you see him throughout the rest of the movie. He plays a hacker. His name is Toby Onwumere. I'm not sure if I pronounced that correctly, but he plays a character called Sequoia, and I thought him and Bugs were great together, but he is also a great addition and a great help to not only Bugs, but the rest of the crew. So I thought everyone did a really good job. And as for the music in this film, I only noticed one particular score that kept playing over and over again throughout the entire movie, all the way up to the very end, except for like maybe one track that plays during the final, the credit scene where, the credits start rolling. It plays a very familiar track that you might remember from the end of the first movie. That's all I'm going to say. But for having like any cool like techno music, I don't think any of that was really present in this movie. They played that White Rabbit song that was present in the first trailer. That was present in the movie. But for awesome scores, man, I only can recall that one score they kept playing over and over again. I don't know the name of it, but that's one I did notice that it kept playing a lot. Which I'm curious, because if they have a soundtrack for this movie, and if they have like, other cool like techno stuff on that soundtrack, I'm wondering how come they didn't use those other tracks in this movie. But anyways, just a minor nitpick. So yeah, if you're looking for like all the cool high octane techno stuff that might have been present during the previous movies, such as like that cool highway chase scene in Reloaded, none of that is really in this movie. And I don't know if I want to give away any type of spoilers. Maybe this is going to be a minor spoiler. All right, so minor spoiler. If you don't want to hear it, might want to click off the video. But there is no more Zion. So Zion's completely gone. They have a brand new underground location who is Niobe. Niobe is the one who's sort of like running things around there. And there are some awesome revelations that I don't want to get into that kind of adds to some really cool special effects, and also adds to the history of what's been going on in the real world between the humans and machines. Some really cool stuff to see, really cool special effects, and just a really neat love story that I really liked. I would give this a 7.5 out of 10. And, I'm pretty sure all the haters of this movie are going to be like, well, what movie did you watch? Did you watch the same movie? Yes, I watched the same movie. Yes, I understand your issues with this movie, but none of those issues really bothered me while I was watching this. I was just going along with the ride, and I had an enjoyable time. Even with the small amount of action scenes in this movie, I was still cool with it. And I know I kept saying this movie took a step back from the action that was present in the previous films. The action is still there. It's just that you're going to look at it and either go, well, that was kind of whack, or you're going to look at it and go, all right, that was just okay. It is noticeable that they did not really try to do anything that would top the action in the previous films. And it seems like most of the action in this film consists of shootouts and close quarter combat. And of course, you get action scenes that involve Neo's powers, but nothing too crazy. Yeah, nothing too crazy. It didn't seem like they didn't try to go all out. You would think they would go all out, especially with Neo's powers, but nah. Yeah, nah, it was a little bit more chill for the sequel. But I still enjoyed the movie. 7.5 out of 10. It's something I would definitely buy on 4K Blu-ray for my movie collection, or maybe buy the trilogy, since I already own the other 3 films and the Animatrix on regular DVD, but I have not upgraded to either Blu-ray or 4K for those movies yet. But yeah, when they come out with it, or even a cool looking steelbook, I would definitely love to add this to my movie collection. Alright, so thanks for listening, and enjoy the new year, everybody. Stay safe and stay awesome. Later.